right, Eli Mwanzi, the man himself. Of course, he has just corrected me. It's not Mwanza, it's Mwanzi. These names are, confusing. But we're glad, of course. I see you. You look good, very happy. Man is talking.
Thank you very much.
Talk to me about this, the sponsorship deal and the impact of it, of course, to the club.
Okay. First of all, let me take you through how we came about our program. This funding came about, we started the process like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We were working on the young development program. We have young kids whom we are trying to make them grow so
All
that
right.
we can pick up their talent, so that we can see them growing in the sport.
All right.
So what we've done, we've been sending proposals
Mm-hmm.
outside there in various companies,
Mm-hmm.
and with a good response from a few companies,
Right.
we were able to get LG on board.
Mm-hmm.
And LG came on board because of our young kids.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have a program, we call it YPDP.
Mhm.
YPDP means Young Player Development Program. It has run for almost 13 years.
All right.
Because the first kids that we had that were the pioneers of the program
Mhm.
in 2007 are now playing in the Premier League.
All right.
Others are also playing in the national team. So this program came in, and we saw it's a very good program for the kids. So that's the reason we brought we asked for sponsors, so that we can get a huge amount of money that can enable us bring more and more kids.
All right.
Like these kids, we are getting them from the slum areas in Mariakani, around South B, Mukuru, Kwanjenga, Mariakani, primary. So you find there are many challenges in terms of bringing these kids up.
Right.
In terms of school, feeding program. And without that, a kid cannot play without food. A kid cannot play without education.
Mhm.
So we are asking for, the sponsors came in terms of helping us educate these people, acquiring resources that can help them play, and also well-being of the players.
Mhm.
That's why we were asking for sponsors, and LG came on board
Right.
for us. Yeah.
So make me understand this. The sponsorship was the reason why you went for sponsorship was based on the program that you have with kids.
Yeah, sure. That was the major reason we went for a sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
But also LG saw that it was good to also equip the team
All right.
in terms of resources. So they told us, yes, there's this amount of money that we have. Initially, we had done a proposal. There's a proposal for us, it was like let me say, like kucheza, like we apply for a sponsor, and then there's different levels of amount that you can get.
Right.
So initially they were to give out 1.3 million,
Mm-hmm.
but there's another group that managed to Peter in terms of giving out the proposal. The proposal was good.
Mhm.
So what LG saw, they saw our proposal was good, but they told us that since we saw that you guys are engaging young kids and developing young talent,
Mhm.
we'll give you this amount of money so that you can continue doing the good work that you are doing. That's why they gave us that amount.
All right.
But the amount itself is not only for the kids,
Mhm.
it's also to support the club as a whole.
All right.
Yeah.
So for how long have you had this program for the kids?
The program has been there for 13 years now.
13 years.
Yeah, 13 years.
Well, 13 years, and now is the time you deem it fit, of course, to ask for this.
Yeah, I know that question might come up. We've been doing that. We've been asking for sponsors. Yeah, we've been having a few collections from other good-hearted people, mostly other clubs from outside Kenya.
Right.
They have been giving us hockey sticks. They have been giving us shoes. We've been getting jerseys from other donors outside Kenya.
Mhm.
But it was not enough for us to run the program. The amount of money that LG has given us, it will enable us also run it effectively. Also getting more kids into the club to learn hockey, to help them learn hockey, to help them even go to school, to help them even get the right kids because once you come and see them play, You'll identify this kid needs something. So like shoes, they don't have shoes, they don't have the right hockey stick, socks, that part of the equipment that they require. So this money that LG has given us, it will go a long way right now. Previously, the club, as before I started, I will say the club Wazalendo Hockey Club is a self-sponsored club. We rely on people's money, players' money, to run the club. We don't have an official sponsor, let me say that, who will help us run throughout the season. So we rely on players' pocket or players' money so that the club can run, or well-wishers that will help us run the club. So without that kind of money from the players or from the well-wishers, the club cannot run. So every day or every month, players give out subscriptions. These subscriptions now comes in to stand where we need maybe an equipment for the kid, we need equipment for the young ones, or fare or food. That's where the subscription helps us to run the club.
Quite a journey, of course.
Sure.
13 years down the line, big journey.
Yeah.
And for how long have you been knocking, for the big sponsors' door? For how long have you been going there and tell them, we have this proposal, this is what you're doing, and we think maybe we see a future here? For how long, have you been knocking and the rejection?
I've been in the office for now 2 years. But my predecessor has been there also doing the same. This is the 5th year. We've been looking for sponsors. We've gone to these betting companies. We've also gone to companies that have like-minded ideas in terms of sponsoring the community. We've gone there. Most of them are positive, but they don't give us the feedback in terms of money. They just tell us your ideas are good, you can do this and this. But now LG has given us now the physical appreciation of what we are doing in terms of helping the community. But we urge if there are any other sponsor who will wish to come on board, Wazalendo Hockey Club is quite open. We are ready to respond and to give out.
Even before we come to, you appealing for other sponsors, because for those sponsors that are watching us right now, I want you to demystify some, I call it myth, but you will debunk it for us today. The reason, of course, that maybe you will sell your ideas to some betting farm or even company, and they say, your ideas are good, but we'll talk. Well, from where I sit, and as a man tasked with the sole responsibility of going there and, of course, improve the welfare and the status of the club, what would you say is the main reason why sometimes it's like, no, at least not for today?
Okay. Hockey has not been a very popular sport, not very popular sport in Kenya, compared to football, compared to rugby. It's a challenge approaching someone or a sponsor asking for money to run hockey. Yet the brand itself is not known. Most of the companies would like to engage someone who will sell the brand, and the brand can be sold where there are numbers. So if you don't have numbers, it's a challenge to sell hockey and to get a sponsor. And people who come on board, mostly I usually see people who know someone in hockey, maybe a former player, maybe he knows a friend who plays hockey, and that's when you can get this guy coming in. So as the Secretary General of Wazalendo, we've been having challenges in terms of engaging donors, even engaging sponsors. We wish one time this sport will be a very big sport, in a way that when you try to approach a sponsor, there's no objection. You just give out your proposal, and the numbers will tell them that this thing is going to work. Because I know a sponsor who wants to come on board, anaangalia what napata from this, what I'm doing, what gain am I getting from the sponsorship. We are asking also the Kenya Hockey Union to try popularize the sport itself, because we know they are doing a great work, they are doing a good job, but that's not enough. We need more and more people to join in, also partners to join in, so that we can help the brand or the sport grow.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, this is a game of, for me, I'll say it, every man for himself and God for you all.
Yeah.
When you talk about, the union, of course, doing A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
I think it's about time now, the discussion now, to shift to you as Wazalendo.
Yeah.
And you come under the umbrella, but you have to do your part as individual. You talk about, your wish that maybe one day the sport will be popular and things could, move in a smooth way.
Yeah.
And of course, let me ask you this. Are you an optimistic man?
Sure.
And, do you believe in fast-tracking things?
Yeah.
Give me your game plan. The
Now,
future looks bright, yeah, but what are you doing to make it look bright even tomorrow?
now for Wazalendo as a club, our future depends on the young kids. The young kids will help us grow. Without the young kids, I can't play hockey. Like for me, I can't play hockey for in the next 5 years, maybe 5 or 10 years. I can't play hockey. But for Wazalendo, we base our future or our motto or our growth basing on the kids that we are trying to bring them on board. So let me say, to help our future grow, we need to cater for these young kids. We have to support them. We have to educate them. We have to give them the right kit, the right attitude towards the game, and we have to engage them in terms of helping the society, so that when when as the old people, the old players face out, these people will help grow the sport. We also try to engage other clubs to try develop academy units. Like Wazalendo, we are the only club in Kenya right now. We are having 4 teams in the league. 4 teams means we are having more than 120 players from Wazalendo playing in the league. It means if Club A has 120 players playing the league, and they have the young kids, the academy kids also participating, it means I was talking to the Secretary General of KHU yesterday. He was telling me they have more than 70 clubs in Kenya. Do the math, 70 clubs and having 120 players plus the kids, it means the sports will grow. So as Wazalendo, we are trying to fast track the growth by helping the young kids to come up quickly, then they can pick the growth or the process from us, the older people.
Even as we come to the tail end of this, discussion on how to, sponsor and even move forward as far as hockey is concerned.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we need to move away from this discussion, of course, for sure, because we have had this discussion for far too long.
Yeah.
And, it's good to walk the talk.
Okay.
And you talk about the future and things that need to be done. At the same time, you highlight the main problem, or rather something that if it can be worked out, then this is the solution.
Yeah.
I'm talking about popularizing the game in terms of, attracting new sponsors to chip this. And I said, every man for himself in this case.
Yeah.
And I asked you, are you an optimistic man? And you said yes. Then I asked you, what are you doing in terms of, now popularizing the game as Wazalendo Secretary General to uplift your club, to match the talk, And that is the discussion that majority are waiting from you to hear it from you yourself, so that even the sponsor that are watching right now, they know that this is the plan. All right, talk to me.
Wazalendo, since I said we are measuring in terms of bringing up the young kids. The only way to fast track the growth is to help the young people come up. Wazalendo has a program that can help the high school kids come up faster. And for example, we are engaging the highway secondary school where we are training. And that is our basis of getting players to grow faster. So without us engaging the young kids from the high school and the primary school, the growth cannot come up. But right now we are doing, the first step that we are taking is enabling the young kids, enabling the kids from the primary school and the high school to know the language of hockey, to learn the way to play hockey so that we can grow faster. The other thing that we are trying to do is to publicize our brand, Wazalendo. If you go everywhere, our Facebook page, our all social media, we are trying to popularize the Wazalendo brand. So we are selling Wazalendo brand all over the world. We are selling the Wazalendo brand everywhere in Kenya so that we can help grow the Wazalendo as a club, also help grow Wazalendo as a team.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, because of time, thank you so much, Eli Mwanza, of course, for making time to talk to us about very important discussion. And just like I said before, we'll be following up and we'll be holding you accountable for this, because we need to move forward for sure, right?
Sure.
All right. And that is where we, call it a wrap with this particular On the Spot show. It has been an honor and, of course, very, very, very humbling moment to be, of course, enjoying with you and spend 1 hour and some few 15 minutes or so with you. And we appreciate that. Until next time, of course, we do wish you all the best. Enjoy your weekend. And of course, as you look forward to a new month, may the Lord keep you safe. Until next time, I say bye-bye. But before that, remember, my name is and will always be Auma Evans. See you next time.